Hi everyone, I wanted to talk to you and explain about the first painting assignment study that you will be doing, and it's going to be due, the first part will be due by the end of class at 7 p.m. And it's going to be worth 50 points. And then the second part, which is the 5 painting studies, that will be due by August 31st by 11 a.m. And I uploaded the project or study exercise description on Blackboard, and I also emailed it to you, so please take a look at that. So basically this is kind of, we're getting into painting, but we're only going to be working with grayscale, so black and white. So if you don't have black and white water-soluble oil paints, please go grab some. You should have done your volume scales by now, your 9-step volume scales. And for any reason you are having trouble getting these oil paints, we do have kits for you, which include black and white paint. It's not a whole lot, and the kits are very limited. And I sent you all an email about how to get your kits and how to sign up online. If you missed that for some reason, please email me or please let me know as soon as possible, because there is very limited and kind of a very complicated process in getting to campus with the screening, and everyone needs to have training. But for the pickups, we've made it so that you don't need to get the safety training yet. I will cover that maybe in the next class. So let me know as soon as possible. It includes some paintbrushes, palette knife, black and white water-soluble paint, a few canvases, I think like 5 or 7 I think per kit, and a few colors as well. So please get on to that. So this exercise, what you'll be doing is, I have uploaded and shared with you a folder of still life, just black and white, very simple, you know, spheres, cubes, a cone, with light coming from one direction, none more or less. And you will be doing 5 drawing studies and 5 painting studies, okay? For the 5 drawing studies, okay, 2 of them will include only 2 volumes, okay? 1 of them will include 3 volumes. 1 of them will include 4 volumes. And the last 5th one will include 5 volumes, okay? After you draw those, and I'll show you some examples, you're going to paint each one, okay? So the drawing with the 2 volumes, you will only paint using 2 volumes, okay? The drawing with 3 volumes, you will paint that still life using 3 volumes with paint, and then 4 volumes and 5 volumes, etc. Okay? If you have any questions, please let me know. And also, like I said, I have given you the assignment sheet because my explanation can be a little bit confusing. And I also uploaded drawing examples of what I mean by using just 2, 3, 4 volumes. Okay? 2 volumes, it doesn't matter which 2 volumes. But remember how I had you make or paint a 9-step volume scale? You can pick and choose. I just chose like blank paper, white, and then whatever darkest like 4B pencil I could use to shade in the shaded volume. Okay, so you're breaking it down to light and dark. Okay, absolutely no blending. That is the number one rule. No blending at all. You're breaking down the dark and light volumes into just simple shapes. Okay, so for example, this is my 2 volume drawing right here. As you could see, there's a cone and then a sphere on top of a cube and a sphere on top of another cube. Okay, and it's just 2 volumes in the cone, in the cube. Light is coming this way. okay? And I divided where the light is hitting the sphere and where it's shaded. I know there's going to be more values, and this might be very frustrating and uncomfortable, like really weird, but do your best. We're focusing on looking at light versus shadow. Light area, shaded area, okay? Don't forget the background, because usually we only focus on the objects and not the background, but the background is just as important as the foreground or the images that you are drawing, okay? How do we connect background and foreground together, okay? How do they relate to each other, okay? So that's 2 values. So you would do a drawing for 2 values. You do 2 of these, okay? Different still life setup, and you would paint the same still life setup as you did in your drawings with 2 values, okay? Here's an example of 3 values, okay? So we have 1 value here, 2, and this darker pencil value right here, okay? This is all in the OneDrive folder that I'm sharing with you. So 3 values. I just chose my darkest, and then like a mid value, and then just a paper value for the lightest value, okay? So do a drawing for that. This is 4 values, okay? It gets a little harder. Once again, no blending, no shading, no gradients, just separate distinct values, okay? So dark value, 1 here, 2, 3, 4. This is my 4 value. And I didn't do a 5 value, but if you would like me to, I'd be more than happy to show you, okay? Next video, I'm going to be doing a painting demo. So after you do your drawings, you're going to transfer the drawing that you did, the still life that you did for your drawings, onto a prepared gesso surface. This is watercolor paper that I gessoed, and it doesn't have to be this big, as long as it is 8 inches by 10 inches or larger. And it can be horizontal or vertical, it can be square, it can be rectangular, okay? But this is the still life setup. I drew it in for now, and I divide it into light and dark values. This is going to be my 2 value painting. It's going to be really weird because you're only using 2 values, right? You don't have to color in the light parts with white paint, but unless you choose a different light value for the 2 values. But like this is going to seep, like the background shaded area is going to seep into the shaded area of the objects. That's perfectly okay, okay? So you would need 5 of these. Okay. Here's another one.